So I'm very pleased to welcome you to this webinar to launch the new NEPSI E Learning platform. I am Florence Lumen, co-chair of NEPSI, and we have Sylvain Lefebvre, co-chair of NEPSI from the employee side. I'm representing the employers. We have Julie Ferguson from LIDAR and Slavek Sursik from LIDAR as well. We will present you the new NEPSI e-learning platform. I will first give the floor to my co-chair, Sylvain, who will express himself in French, but I will summarize his intervention just after.
Merci Florence, bonjour à vous toutes et à vous tous. Heureux de vous retrouver donc dans cette présentation, une étape supplémentaire pour NEPSI. Je rappelle que NEPSI existe depuis 2006, qu'il va fêter donc ses 20 ans d'existence et que pendant ces 20 ans, un grand nombre d'outils ont été produits, tant pour les employeurs que pour les salariés. Et je crois que ces outils, donc à travers les travaux que nous avons menés, donc ont prouvé leur utilité donc au niveau des entreprises. C'est une nouvelle étape à travers aujourd'hui qui va se poursuivre à travers ce projet européen. Donc voilà, bons travaux. On attendra vos commentaires ensuite par rapport donc à cette présentation. Toujours important d'avoir vos avis. Voilà, je vous remercie et bonne vidéo.
Thank you, Sylvain. So we are very pleased to welcome you. Just as a reminder, NEPSI stands for the European Network for Silica, and it gathers the signatories of the Social Dialogue Agreement on the protection of workers' health through the good handling and use of crystalline silica and products containing it. Through this agreement, the signatory, which are industrial trade union and 18 different employer organizations, commit to reduce exposure to respirable crystalline silica through the dissemination of good practice for the last 19 years, and next year we will celebrate 20 years of NEPSI. The social partners work together since 2006 with the common objective to protect the health of the employees during their entire work life. Over the years, thanks to European funds, a series of useful tools were developed and made available through the multilingual NEPSI website, which I all invite you to visit. The webinar of today is part of a new project which was launched in June and which is entitled NEPSI Propagation. So today we launched the new NEPSI e-learning platform. The e-learning platform, in fact, already existed and included one introductory course on respirable crystalline silica. Now, 2 new courses were added and developed thanks to the NEPSI Technical Committee under the leadership of Andy Price, who are warmly thanked for all the work which was done. Our communication consultant, Leda, who is supporting NEPSI for many years, is represented here by Julie Ferguson and Slavek Sursik, who have completely revamped the e-learning platform and who have set up a new registration system to the different courses. We are very excited to present you today this new platform, the new courses, and the new system of registration. Please note that we are recording this seminar. You will receive after the webinar the link of the record and a copy of the presentation. We know that many participants were wanting to attend and could not do it today, especially our German colleagues for which it is the National Day. So I think it will be very useful to have an official record of this webinar. I am now pleased to give the floor to Julie, who will take over the presentation, and to Slavek, who will make a live presentation of the system. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Florence. I shall just share my screen. Voila. Introducing the new NEPSI e-learning platform. Please use the QR code to access a form where you can submit any questions that you have during the course of this session, as we will be unable to take Q&A as we go. We will also be sharing a copy of this presentation, so you will have access to all of these codes following the session. Today's agenda, we start with introduction to the new NEPSI E Learning platform, going through an overview of improvements and the new modules, the new platform features and user structure, confidentiality and actions required. The second section, we deep dive into the NEPSI E Learning with Sławek with a live demonstration demonstrating how to access the platform, company registration, login and profile areas, how to invite workers to participate, a look at sample module interactivity and certifications, statistics and more. Then we will hand back over to Florence for close. Introducing the new e-learning platform. We have developed a modular e-learning platform which has been designed to be appealing to all workers who are exposed to RCS. It is engaging and it is participation orientated with real life scenarios. The purpose is to teach about possible dangers of our RCS exposure and provide tools and knowledge to best protect ourselves. There's more gamification in the new platform. This helps with engagement, motivation, and improved retention of information. The two new modules that have been developed are focused on being bite-sized, short, micro-learning modules that are easier for retention of information and fitting into our busy schedules. So they can be completed during work time or at any other times during the day. Quick overview of the two new modules to complement the introduction to respirable crystalline silica. We have now the control of silica dust in specific activities, which is about good practices to minimize exposure to RCS dust in the workplace. It's based on real life scenarios, and it connects back to the specific task guidance sheets that are relevant to most sectors. The second new module is the DIY and mobile work without dust, which is based on the DIY Without Dust website. This module will help you to identify good practices and protect yourself from hazardous dust while working on home improvement projects or for mobile tradespeople at their workstation. The new Hub for Learning has a modular and modern design. It's voluntary learning. There are no mandatory worker requirements, no scoring of the modules, and no penalties for not completing. It is an open access platform. It is possible for anyone to take the training. Past content and materials are retained. This is including the first introduction module to RCS and all of the training packs in all languages. And we have added the two new modules. It's a custom-built web platform that is mobile first and responsive. So it works on all devices, whether you want to do learning on mobile, tablet, or desktop. We have implemented it in all EU languages, and we have simplified the user access structure. The interactivity has been improved for more gamified learning and real-life scenarios, and we're leveraging the 20-minute bite-sized modules. The platform is tailored to companies. There is a tailored platform area for registered companies for them to be able to invite their workers directly to company profile linked modules. They can also view statistics of worker numbers completing the modules. The platform does not require workers or learners to register. Quick overview of the previous structure for access. required a lot of collaboration through the different organizations and workers, and required registration. Our simplified user structure is significantly simplified. We come from NEPSI EU, and the companies from the platform, the registered companies, can send workers a QR code or a link to individual modules or to the platform straight to their workers, and that way their workers will be able to be tracked. Independent workers can access all of the learning directly through the main website. The URL has not changed. It is a company-tailored platform with no worker registration. All learners will enter their name and email at the end of the process so that they can personalize their certificate and download it or email it to their company representative. Company workers can access through the company-specific link or directly via the homepage. There's no reason they can't do it through the homepage, and independent workers can access it straight through the website. Confidentiality of data. Only companies can view their own company worker statistics. NEPSI can only see a high-level overview of companies that are registered and data for the total number of modules taken, with no association to companies or sectors. No information on sector and company login details, statistics, or worker details can be viewed. Worker details are not stored, although they enter their name at the certificate stage, and they cannot be viewed at any level. Associations do not access details or statistics, but these can be requested from the companies. What do you need to do? So sectors and associations, please instruct companies to register using the registration page link, which we will share with you today. Companies, please assign a representative to manage your company registration and profile. Register using the registration page link, which we will share, and invite workers to learn using the company-specific QR codes or direct links. Request that workers share their certificates if you require. Use your profile to monitor worker participation. For workers, they need to follow the link and complete the modules. Download their certificate for their own records and or share their certificate with their company. So reminder of the Q&A link, if you didn't capture it at the beginning, if you have any questions at all throughout the session. I will now hand over to my colleague Sławek, our head of development, and he will walk through the live demonstration.
Okay, thank you, Julie. Hello, everyone. My name is Sławek. I'm delighted to show you our e-learning hub in action. As the very first step, I will show you how to access our e-learning platform website. You can do it in two different ways. First, as usually, you can access it from directly from NEPSI EU website, which is under the Good Practice Guide and Tools under the Training and e-learning link. When you click that link, you will land on our new version of e-learning hub. As you can see, at this moment, we can see everything in Swedish, which is actually a good moment to introduce you our translation, different translations options on this website. So let's, for the purpose of this presentation, I will switch to English. So the language selector you can find on the bottom right corner on this website at any stage. So when we head to the page, my part of the presentation is divided into three sections. First one will be about the registration. The second about the login and about the admin panel. And the last one, we will walk you through one of the modules we've created for you. Okay, so let's start with the registration. when you land on the website, you won't be able to register, or you won't be able to click the link to registration page, and that's done intentionally. We just wanted to avoid unnecessary traffic from online bots and spammers. So to do this, you will need one of those links, which will be provided to you within the deck, with this presentation deck at the very end of our presentation today. So registration page. When we head to the registration page, which is under the training.nepsi.eu/registration, you will get a form where your representative will provide information about your company. Simple form, and these are the only information we will store in our database about your company, which is the first and last name of the representative, the email address, and the company information like company name, sector, and address, basically. Obviously, password is hidden for us. We can use it, we can access it. It's just your unique password. So after the registration process, when you hit register, the system will send you an email address. It's automatic email address with the instruction which you should follow to get into the admin area. If for some reason that email address won't land in your inbox, please check your spam folder, because it's very probably that it will be there. However, if you won't get that link, you don't have to worry. You can always head back to our link, where you will get a QR code and the link to the entrance page, which is the login one. So once you click the link from the email or using that QR code, you will land on the login page, where obviously you have to provide your login details, which is the login or email address and the password. After you submit, you will land on the in the admin area on your admin page, which is divided into 3 different sections: modules, statistics, and profile. These are those 3 tabs at the top. We want to keep everything simple, as simple as possible. That's why this what you can see is very least information, right? So there is no problem to actually digest that. Very first tab is, in my opinion, the most important one for you, which is the list of the modules available for your workers. You can find here a direct link to the module, a QR code which you can scan using your mobile phone, and obviously you can download that QR code to print it and stick it somewhere in your company, so people can actually scan it and use it directly on their mobile devices. Those links are either the one provided as a text, or those under the QR code are your company specific links containing your company ID, which is dynamically created during the registration process. Within that specific link, you as a company will be able to actually check the statistics. Very simple statistics. So you will get an overview about how many users who got your specific link finished the training module. And if your company operates in different countries, you will get an information about in which countries people finished the training module. The last tab, the profile one, this is basically a repetition of what you've seen on the registration page. And the only difference is that all the fields are already filled in. And obviously, this is where you can update your information, whether it's an email address or company address. You can do it from this place. Obviously, you can update the password as well. So let's go back to modules and let's dive into the module itself. So if I click one of those links, I will choose the one. I will land on the module page directly. The difference between what you can see on this screen and what people or your workers will see is that there is a share button module, which is again another way of sharing access to that module within your team. Each module screen contains 3 different sections. The first one, this is the top one with the link, and later on when I start actually the module, you will see that a progress bar, which tells you how far you are during the training session, and obviously the content one with all the informations, as well as the footer with the navigation, so where you can find the next and previous button, so you can go back and forth during the module. Okay, so let's start our module. As you can see, top part contains the progress bar. So once we start learning, we will see how far we are in the process. The content part will contain lots of different important information for our workers about the subject, as well as images and other interactive elements. Here we can see the cards. So we have a grid of pictures which you can click and read more about it on the screen in terms of the in the way of the pop-up. So if you go further, we will have even more information, and obviously interactive illustrations, which you can click on those little hotspots to find more information about this specific element on the illustration. When we cycle through the module, we'll see more content, more images. We've tried to keep that very short and simple for everybody to understand. So again, we have different cards and options which we can use to learn about the subject. Another example of the illustration with hotspots, which you can click and find out more. When we cycle through the module, which I believe this one is the longest one, we'll have similar elements. Then when we land on the very last, but one of the last pages, let me click through. There's another example of pop-up cards with information. We will land on the screen where we will start our quiz session. So each module will contain several different quizzes or questions which the users can interact with. So after this part, we will see the quizzes. The quizzes contain simple questions which you can select. There are quizzes where you have to select just one correct answer, or the other where you have to select multiple questions. There are also drag and drop quizzes where you have to answer the question, putting the answers in the right order. Yeah, after you click the information, if it's correct, you will see it's clearly correct. If it's not, obviously you get a message why it's not correct, so you can learn even better. At the very end of each module, we will get a page where we can actually collect our certificate. This part is for both parties, either your workers and yours, because when they fill in the information needed to be printed on the certificate, like this, select country, like this, and we will only provide our email address. So when I hit submit, the certificate will be sent as an attachment to that email address. So your workers can use it to send it directly to your inbox, or they can send it to themselves, obviously, right? But after we hit submit, system will generate for us a link where we can download also the certificate and then keep it on our device. It's not obligatory to have the certificate. It's just a kind of reminder for your workers that they finished it, and for you and for your system that so you can collect statistics about how many people finish the training module. So basically, that's it. That's the easiest what we could deliver to you in terms of the e-learning modules. The rest of the modules are available directly from the website as well. So when you hit to the modules tab, you will see all the 3 modules available for you here. Same situation. You can click directly the module and share the link with your team. Thank you very much. That's all. Let's head back to Florence.
Thank you very much, Slavek. I think it was very clear. Maybe just a reminder that there is also the possibility from the NEPSI website to follow the courses as what we call an independent worker. So not using any QR code received previously by the company managers. This was something which was existing in the past and which is still there. So it means that any person of the public can go and visit our website and make the e-learning. I think it's worth mentioning it. And I hope after this webinar, everyone will go on the NEPSI website and try the e-learning modules, which are indeed very nice. So this is a last slide, in fact, with a recap of the QR code link, important link that we have presented. So you have the link for your questions. So indeed, it's not possible to take the questions now, but please ask them, and we will make sure to reply to every question we receive. This is the very important QR code for the company registration. So, but you will have access to this presentation just afterwards. So you will have them by email. And this is the direct link, the QR code to the e-learning platform. So this was short but effective, I think. We hope to receive many reactions and that we will testimony many users making the e-learning, and we welcome your feedback. As Sylvain mentioned, please also include your level of satisfaction for this webinar and for this initiative in the Q&A form. I wish you all, although we are in the middle of the afternoon, still a nice end of the afternoon, and especially a nice weekend. And we will see you soon for the other NEPSI meetings and projects that we are launching through NEPSI propagation. Thank you very much all. Thank you to Julie and Slavek especially, and to Sylvain as usual. Maybe Sylvain, you wish to say goodbye as well. And after that, we will close the session.
Hop. Bon, bah, merci pour voilà, cette présentation. Évidemment, pour Industrio, il est important aussi de faire participer les salariés, c'est l'élément essentiel. Donc, il est nécessaire de partager cette information. Je pense qu'il appartient aux entreprises aussi de communiquer avec les représentants des salariés. Donc, on compte sur vous. Et effectivement, Industriol fera aussi le job pour faire passer les informations, mais le travail se poursuit. Donc, merci à Florence et puis merci à Julie puis à Sélec donc pour leur présentation.
Merci. Sylvain reminded that indeed it's the responsibility of all companies to inform their workers about this very useful e-learning platform. Thank you and see you soon.